interesting in this hole. It's ringing up between 84 and 86 on the Garrett AT Pro, and it was deeper than the signals I'm digging so far. And he's looking at this little silver rim here. You can see it right there. I haven't plucked it out yet of the plug, but it sure looks interesting. It's the size of a quarter. Oh, and there's King George right there on the front. Okay, I got myself a silver quarter, guys. That was a nice signal. I'm gonna clean that off, see if I can get a date off it. It looks pretty smooth on the obverse there, but, or sorry, the reverse. Let's have a look after I clean it up a bit. Okay, guys, that's a 1945 quarter. Right there. Love it. That's a nice little piece of history right there. Just as the Second World War was ending, who knows who would have dropped this and under what circumstances. But I'm going to take it home, clean it up, and bring it back out into the world. Pretty nice save there. One out of the hole, and I'm thinking largy. See that greenish coin there? Oh, that must be just the part that it was sitting in. Where's the coin itself? Must be right down in here. Come on out, you. There you are. There you are. What are you? You're very green. Anything on the other side? I don't know. This could be older than a large cent. Possibly a token. Let me have a quick look at it and I'll get right back to you. Upon further inspection, I do have a largie. Not the nicest one I've ever dug, but you can see it there, and the date is 1920. Still, I'll take it. Okay, the light you're seeing there is the light from the camera. The ambient light is starting to fade. The time has changed now, so we got like one less hour of daylight. So I'm just about ready to pack it in here, although I'm very, very happy with 1945 King George quarter and a 1920 largie. That makes for a very good day. I don't know what else I've got either in terms of small cents, but take them up and check them out. Smart cat.
Yeah. I try to use a laser pointer on him and he just looks at me like, why are you pointing that thing? It's not, no, just tap the surface, dummy. No, just tap. Oh, you silly.
No, he's smarter than that. He's looking to find out where they really are.
Yeah.
What the heck is this, I wonder? Almost looks like a bunch of grapes. Maybe some kind of a brooch or something? Flat on the back, definitely man-made. It's got a hole there on one side. Yeah, it could be a grape, bunch of grapes on a pendant or something. I don't know. Very strange, not very heavy. But I'll take that home and clean it up. It's found down there about 6 or 7 inches. It rang up only a 70, 72 on the AT Pro. So yeah, there's more interesting things here to be found, that's for sure. Anyway, on to the next one. Find is this. Looks like a piece of an old spoon, most of it intact, but flattened and bent over and mangled. Looks like it was a teaspoon. Definitely old. I think we're just, we're not exactly cherry picking today, let's put it that way. I'm digging most signals that might have some remote possibility of being something important. That's what that is. It's an old spoon. Seen better days. It's a 1910 Wheatie. Just short of being an Indian hat. 1910, clear as day. The back is going to require a little bit of work. But yeah, it's What, 108 years old. Not a bad coin. Still got a fair amount of detail on the obverse side there. So, yeah. I'll catch you on the next one. Really old, nice coin. It's a largie. It's right down here. And let's see what it is. Well, she's fairly corroded. But that's King Edward looking to the right, so it's older than a George V. You can just barely see 1909 down there. That might clean up fairly well. That's largie number 21 from this property. Amazing. They sure lost a lot of pennies back in the day. Anyway, let's see what else we can get. Picked out a modern nickel and a modern penny out of this hole, out of this plug, I should say. And look at this. Just a layer and layers of pennies. Look at that. Oh, there's a dime in there. But I'm sure they're all modern. There even be more in there. So what's that so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 more in the bag. That's 8. A coin spill of 8 coins. Too bad they're modern. Oh well. See if there's any more in there. You know what's most amazing about this? There's no metal on it. It's all plastic. I just eyeballed it. Look at that. Ooh, it's got a star on top. Isn't that something? That's old too. It's got to be 1940s, 1950s. Wow. What a cool car. It's made out of some kind of plastic. It doesn't ring up on the probe pointer. I'll show you. Make sure this is on. See? Nothing. Not weird. I pulled out a piece of foil out of this hole too, which was probably what was giving me the signal. But sometimes you just by chance eyeball some really cool stuff. That's a nice design. I don't know who lost that back in the day. It was pretty deep in the hole there. Nice car. On to the next hole. Well, hello again, everybody. This is Kevin of Digging Halton. Welcome back. This is episode number 39 of the 2018 season of these wonderful adventures in metal detecting, and looking forward to bringing you this wrap up. Not a huge week. Just got out a couple times. The weather is turning kind of, well, I won't say nasty. I'll say unfriendly to metal detectors. So I'm not going to be getting out as often, obviously, after this footage. But I got a few more videos ready for you, or will be ready for you in weeks to come. So then we'll figure something else out. But here we go. This is the wrap up for this week, and I hope you enjoy it. So here's my modern pennies for this week, a total of 36. Mind you, 17 of these were all found in the same hole. I don't know what happened there. I wouldn't call it a penny spill so much as a penny dump. There was 1 dime in that as well, all modern. So there you go. Add those to the big penny pail right over here. It's not quite full. I don't think it will be now for this season, but I'll roll up all those pennies and figure out what to do with them. I'm going to get a rock tumbler, I think, and tumble them all so they're all nice and shiny, and then make a tabletop or something out of those. And if I get to do that this winter, I'll make a video of it and show you how it turns out. What do we got now? We got very few spendable coins this week. Only 50 cents, a half a buck. So add that to the last week's total of $221.30, and we come up with a total of $221.80. And next week I'll be announcing what I'm going to be doing with all my spendables for this year and previous years, which I have in little baggies. And it's not quite $221.80 because this year I kind of killed it in terms of finding spendable coins. But certainly it's going to add up. I'm pretty sure it's going to be well over $300, and I'm going to be announcing next week what I'm going to be doing with my spendable coins accumulated so far. Notable coins, well, look at this. Very fortunate this week to find, first of all, a King George V large penny. There he is, looking to the left, a little bit of corrosion there. I'll give him a nice oil bath over the winter so that maybe that corrosion will come off. But it's a 1920, and yeah, found large coins much better than this, of course. But hey, it's a significant and notable find regardless. And then this beautiful King Edward large cent from 1906, I believe it. Does that say 1906? Yeah, with some corrosion on it. I tried to get it off, and I really kind of screwed it up there. But again, I'll put this in oil, like olive oil, over the winter. And it's a slow process, but I'm thinking that some of that, or most of that corrosion should come off, because this is a very nice coin, a really nice detail. And these striations and differences in color going from upper left to lower right are quite common in this coin, and it's known as a wood grain pattern. And some collectors seek these out for their collection and their significance. So, and I found this 1945 silver dime, which is really nice. Absolutely no doubt that it was silver right from the start, from the very first signal to the first glint of it in the hole. I could tell it was silver. I just love finding silver quarters, especially when they clean up like this. And then this here silver quarter, my son came home one day and said, hey, there's something about this quarter, and I'm not sure what it is, but it sure looks different than the rest of them. And sure enough, it's a 1968 that does not stick to a magnet. So this has silver in it, and look at the shape it's in and how beautiful it is. So thank you very much, Maddie, for donating that to the cause, so to speak, and it'll go into my collection with all my other silver quarters. And I found also a 1939 nickel, quite old for Canadian nickel. There's George VI there on the front. And probably my oldest, well, it is my oldest Wheatie ever, 1910. You can see that there. And I think they stopped making Indian head pennies in 1908, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure somebody would be happy to correct me if I'm wrong on that. And there's, what's this doing here? This should be in my spendables. That's a modern dime. All right, never mind about that. But a couple of pennies I brought home and cleaned off. Didn't realize that they were fairly old. 1942 Canadian, and another Wheatie right there. So that's my notable coins of this week. Here's the artifacts. I'm going to call this the Grapes of Wrath, because it looks like a cluster of grapes. It didn't quite clean up very nicely, but might have been a pendant back in the day, as evidenced by this ring at the top here. There was no chain attached to it or anything like that. And this poor old spoon, I feel sorry for it. Look at, has that been through some hard times or what? I bent it open just a little bit to see if I could get some writing off the back, and there is something in there, but can't quite make it out as far as the manufacturer is concerned. This little bit of shiny here tells me that it might have been silver plated, or maybe that's just pewter. I don't know, but I don't think so. It's very thin metal, obviously quite old. No idea where or when it's from. And this plastic car, maybe somebody could tell me something about it. I looked it up, couldn't find anything, but it says Mohawk on the inside. So whether that was the manufacturer or whatever, I don't know, but quite a psychedelic color pattern. A little bit of damage to it, but it was a fun find for plastic. And then these old parts here, that might have been light socket part or part of a lamp. I don't know. This may have also been, this is very heavy, by the way, so I don't know what kind of metal it's from, but, or metal that it is, or what it's from, but kind of nice to find. I will do some more cleaning up on that, investigation, see what I can find out. And this big hunk of brass, very heavy. It's got 2 screw holes in it. No idea what it was from, but there you go. So that's it. Yeah, that's it for the week. As a matter of fact, thought I had something else to show you, but we'll save that for another time. So there you go. That's the wrap up for this week. Happy hunting, everybody, all you detectorists out there, and keep your knees dirty.